All right, guys, welcome in this very video in this very on this very channel. This is your host. I'm just here going to talk about something really important. Now, the one thing that I really want to talk about today is this very topic of the video. Uh, I'm I'm kind of looking at two places at the same time. I'm also looking at the camera. I'm also looking at the screen. So I'm getting skeptical. Where should I be looking at? And that's what kind of bothering me a lot. But I can cope out. I can work with that. I guess so. Now, today's topic is really simple yet effective, yet really important. And whatever I'm going to talk from now onwards is going to be referring to only in the realm of spoken English. Nothing outside of it, nothing out of its context. Okay, so don't get anywhere lost. Now, when you as learner seeks validations from others, that's wrong. When you as a learner, as an English speaker slash learner, seeks or is willing to take suggestions and let's just say suggestions, recommendations from others aggressively, that's wrong. I use the term aggressively. I use that intuitively. I use that consciously. Why? Why is wrong? And why did I use the term aggressively? I used that because I experienced that. When I speak with people on various platforms, what I find, them asking for suggestions, advice, pieces of advice a lot. After having a small talk, they would be asking, "Oh, so how did you find my English? What do I need to improve my English? Or how do I become, a better speaker? How to improve my English communication skills?" That is completely wrong. Let me just explain you why I'm saying this, why it is completely wrong, and I'm really honest about it. I'm really passionate to tell you this, and I'm being absolutely dead serious right now. So hear me out carefully. It is wrong because you devalue your progress. It is wrong because you devalue your inner self to yourself. You devalue all of that because you're making the other person look better. You shouldn't be doing that. You should rather be focusing on yourself. You should rather be asking better questions. Not such questions such as, how should I? You of course know how you should be improving your spoken English. You're living in a digital era. You're living in a technological era where everybody has access to internet. Everybody can do what other person is doing. Of course, what separates these people, these individuals, is the fact that who is willing to do it, who is willing to put in efforts, who is willing to work 24/7, not 24/7, but let's say who's willing to work more than this person named, let's say, somebody. So you do have access to whatever this other person that you asking the question, you know. So that's right, of course, that's a fact. Better questions, what kind of question that you can ask, not these generic illogical questions. These are illogical questions in my sense. Better question, let's say, what method, if you're really willing to look into, if you're really willing to copy, let's say copy or mimic the accent, if you're really willing to mimic the way of speaking, the personality of that very speaker or individual, you should be asking questions such as, what methods did you implement to become the way, or to speak the way you're speaking right now, so that I can also implement those methods in myself. These are some of the questions. This is one of the questions that you could be asking if you are actually, looking for that a position of that speaker. Position, I'm referring to the speaking position, not the actual position, of course. Or how did you do it? Once you figured out the method, how did you implement in your routine? Did you do it twice a day, thrice a day, 4 times a day, once a day? These are some relevant questions that you could be asking. Now, I'm saying all of this for a fact. I'm not baseless on this, because when I'm speaking on this, I have proof. The proof is in front of you, me. I never asked for such questions, despite, you might wonder, why would I be asking? You might say, why would I be asking such questions if I already speak like this? Isn't it funny? Of course, you know that I didn't start to speak the way I'm speaking right now. Of course, I got to a stage, I got to such failures, I got to, various situations before I started speaking the way I'm speaking right now. So when I said that I never asked such questions, I never wanted to devalue my image in my own self, to think that, I'm not a better speaker than them. Logically, technically, I may be wrong here, but when you look at from the perspective of your mind, of your brain, you don't want to allow someone other person to be a better speaker than you. When you are facing them, you don't want to be the second best, you want to be the first, right? So that's the kind of mentality you should be having. You should be owning the room when you are into that room. Now, this does not mean that you're going to start brawling with them if you start losing the argument. That's not what I meant to say. What I meant to say is that the moment you get involved in such conversations, you should be presenting the best of yours. No matter if you lose or win, you should be presenting the best of yours, and you should be proclaiming in your inner self that you're the best out of there. You don't become the best out of there if you start seeking validations from others. Asking better questions is not bad. Asking what method did you implement, asking how did you implement what in your routine, you know uh, despite being a job holder, what did you or how did you get the time for it? So these are some valid questions. Nothing wrong to ask such questions. Nothing wrong in that. um, Yep, you're right. That's it for today. I hope you really enjoyed it, because I did. I really like to do it, so I did, of course. Now we will have to look into some other topic later on, but that's a story for another day. I'll be trying to coming back with such beautiful topics the next time if I come back. The moment I come back next time. Till then, have a good time ahead. Yeah, bye bye.